Alhamdulillah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. Long time no see, long time no hear. I hope everybody's doing really well. Alhamdulillah, it's Thursday morning. Again, just a random stream, unannounced, unplanned, straight off the cuff, as they say here in the UK. But guys, as you can see by the title, current events around the world. Also, guys, we know what's happening in the media and so forth regarding platforms, social media platforms, news outlets. There's so much to talk and kind of like unpack, really. So there's so much to really talk about, and it's very emotional time for a lot of the brothers and sisters, the Muslims, watching the situation in Palestine and our brothers and sisters in Gaza going through an horrible, horrible situation once again. And again, brothers and sisters, this is nothing new for the brothers and sisters in Gaza. May Allah make it easy for them, the innocent people, the children, the women, the innocent men, the young men who are involved in this nightmare. I really can't imagine what these people are going through. It's been over 70 years of occupation of that land. And I just hope there's some peace agreement, or there's some a positive reaction from countries and nations who can solve this problem. And I'd love to hear your take on this, brothers and sisters. And also, I went to Speaker's Corner last Sunday, and also we can talk about that. What did you enjoy from my clips from Speaker's Corner, which I uploaded? There's so many new characters I came across at Speaker's Corner, and if you guys want to jump on, I have put the link in the chat, so feel free to jump on. And again, guys, I really want to emphasize that all super chats, super stickers, any memberships and so forth will go towards charity. And I really want to, contribute towards our brothers and sisters in Gaza. I really want to raise some awareness and raise some funds and give it to the brothers and sisters, the young children who guys, who we know now that there's no electric, there's no gas, there's no water, and Gaza is basically one big prison. And I really, trying to not get too emotional with the situation, that people are saying that the people in Gaza, they should go to a different location because of the bombing and so forth. Where are they supposed to go? The borders are sealed, is one big prison, is an open prison. And and of course, watching social media, watching the media outlets here in the UK, a lot of the media is one-sided. And we've seen that. And it's, you got to be totally blind now, guys, to understand that the media is one-sided. They think the conflict it only started on Saturday. They don't understand that this conflict has been going on 70 plus years. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, guys. Also, like I mentioned, Speaker's Corner, what clips did you enjoy, and what did you benefit from my uploading of the clips from Speaker's Corner? Like I said, guys, the link is in the chat. Feel free to come on. Let's make it polite, respectful, and let's make it, inshallah, educational stream. Yeah, I've been watching the media for the last couple of days since this attack that happened on Saturday, and how negative the media has portrayed the Palestinians, the innocent Palestinians, the women and children, the men, It's quite disturbing. I've got to give a big shout out to our brother Zeshan from Smile to Jannah. Brother Zeshan from Smile to Jannah has been doing some amazing clips and awareness videos, reaction videos. I definitely recommend the brothers and sisters to go and check out Smile to Jannah. He's done some amazing work, mashallah. Some of the reactions, some of the news outlets have been giving out some false information regarding the attacks and so-called massacres of babies, which turned out to be false, totally false. And it's amazing. I do think after watching some of these media outlets that the bias and how unjust the governments are towards Palestine and the Muslims in Gaza, it's very disturbing, subhanallah, very disturbing. So guys, feel free to jump on. Like I said, this wasn't planned, and feel free to come on. Let me just do a little clip. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah wa barakatuh, guys. I'm just doing a stream right now regarding current events around the world, and live on my channel on YouTube of CovFF. So guys, feel free to join me. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah wa barakatuh. So yeah, the link is in the chat. It'd be great to get people on. So, I've been watching the media and it has been quite disturbing. And I don't know, what's your thoughts on that, inshallah. Feel free to come on. The link is in the chat. Feel free to come on. Like I said, if you do come backstage, please put your camera on so we can verify who you are before you can come on onto the main stage. And if you want to turn your camera off, you can, inshallah. Oh, subhanallah. Some of the images that you watch from other outlets, media outlets, it's quite disturbing. It's so heartbreaking. I saw one clip of a lady who actually worked, a Muslim lady in Gaza, who actually worked in the hospital. And she works in the hospital, of course, treating the injured and the children and so forth. And then she finds out that her husband has been martyred. And it's so heartbreaking when you see the children. But I don't want to get too graphic, but some of the images of the children, really, if that doesn't hit you, brothers and sisters, I don't know what will hit you. And I heard that so many governments are behind the scenes trying to negotiate some type of agreement, ceasefire, a corridor for the people to go. This is what annoys me when they say, the people in Gaza should go somewhere else. Where are they supposed to go? It's an open prison. There's no place to go. I think there's 2.3 million people living in that area in Gaza. Where are they supposed to go? And the borders are shut. I know there was one corridor that led to a particular location in Egypt, and we saw images of that particular corridor, that border, being bombed by the Israeli forces. So people are queuing up to leave. For those people who can leave, who are able to leave and pack up, but then that area is being bombed. It's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking. and the narrative of the media, is so biased. You got to be totally blind now. Come on, guys, you got to be totally blind now not to see how biased the media are and some of these politicians. And they're calling. Some people are calling for the total elimination, or the total wiping out of the Palestinians and people in Gaza, genocide. People are calling for and what I don't understand, guys, is that it's a war crime. It's a war crime to prevent the civilians from having water, electric, food. What's happening? It's shocking, because the same thing that they said many years ago, 2 years ago, I would say, that the Russians are doing in Ukraine, and they were all jumping out the seat saying it's a war crime, it's a war crime. But now it's happening to the Palestinians. No one doesn't care. No one cares about it. No one's talking about it. It's just heartbreaking. It really is. Yeah, may Allah make it easy for our brothers and sisters in Palestine and in Gaza, and what they're going through. It's so heartbreaking when you watch their images. There are other independent news outlets which are running a different side of what's happening. Like I said, I was watching George Galloway the other day, and I would definitely recommend you, brothers and sisters, to watch that. There was another YouTube channel called Electronic Intifada, I think it's called. I was watching that yesterday, and of course Al Jazeera, they were showing a different side of the conflict, and how people think that this conflict only started on the weekend. No, this conflict has been going on for 70 years. I'm not justifying the killing of innocent people. I'm not at all, from either side. I'm not doing that whatsoever. Innocent people, killing innocent people is wrong. It doesn't matter which faith you believe in, or what background you come in, what kind of understanding that you have. Killing innocent people is wrong, no doubt about it. And I was watching a stream the other day where a Christian actually came on, and he's justifying it from the Bible, that Israel are justified to do this cleansing of the Muslims, and they were justifying it from the Bible. What gives you the right to quote a scripture for the massacre and the killing of innocent people? Guys, I'm trying to not get too emotional. I'm trying to be level-headed. And like I said, the link is in the chat. Feel free to jump on. There you go. And feel free to jump on, inshallah. And also I hear that a person in Manchester, or was it Sheffield, who actually had the Palestinian flag over his shoulders, and he was arrested for it. He was arrested for having the Palestinian flag. And then you have, Rishi Sunak going into a synagogue and wearing the particular religious headdressing and making a speech. Why is he not going to other venues, other faiths, as the Muslims, going to the Muslim place of worship and telling the Palestinians and the Muslims, this is not a war against you? What's going on? The double standards is shocking. And it really breaks my heart when I see these images of, children being, it's just, it really hurts me when you see the images of children under the rubble. Are they Hamas? Are the children Hamas? Are these little children members of Hamas? It's just, and I actually think, and after reflecting upon who else might be involved in this conflict, is this the beginning of the end? We got a war in Russia and Ukraine, and people seem to forgot about that now. The media have totally forgot about that. What's happening in all those people who are getting massacred in Ukraine and Russia? What's happening to them? Is this beginning of the end? Is this World War III or what? They have declared it a war. So is this World War III right now? Yeah, it's just very disturbing to watch. So guys, like I said, the link is in the chat. Feel free to come on. Love to hear your thoughts on this, inshallah. Yeah, and after going to Speaker's Corner on Sunday, that was a bit of an experience. I met so many interesting people at Speaker's Corner, and hopefully I made some contacts with some people, and hopefully we get some people on for future podcasts, inshallah. It just goes to show, guys, that everybody was focused on Ukraine. Everybody was flying the flag of Ukraine, and the governments were sending millions and millions of pounds to Ukraine, weapons to defend themselves. And then this issue happened in Canada, in the political parliament in Canada, where the Canadian government stood up and started clapping for a Nazi. And this is all over the news now. And this is the hypocrisy of these governments, is that the narrative that suits them, they will run with it. And now Ukraine is not even in the media anymore. No one knows about Ukraine anymore. No one's talking about Ukraine anymore. The innocent people who are being massacred in both sides, Russia and Ukraine. And like I said, I don't like to see any innocent child, woman, man, anybody getting killed or hurt because of conflict. I don't like to see that. And now the media are focused on Gaza now, and the Palestinian issue and the Israel issue, and it just hurts me, brother. Yeah, absolutely. Feel free to come on, brother. It'll be awesome to get you on. I have put the link in the chat. Feel free to come on. It's just hypocrisy, absolutely. And this is the reason I'm actually doing the stream after watching the news for the last couple of days. And student of alaikum salam rahmatullah barakatuh. The link's in the chat, guys. Feel free to come on. I'd love to hear your thoughts regarding the issue, the double standards, the hypocrisy, brother. You absolutely. And there are some independent media outlets who are giving you a different aspect of the conflict. And if you guys do not see the hypocrisy and the double standards of these so-called democracy governments and leaders, what more do you need? There's some people out there who've actually are like blinded by the political atmosphere. It's the fault of the Palestinians and the people in Gaza to what's been happening. It isn't. People think this war or this conflict has only began on the weekend. No, it's been off 70 plus years. 70 plus years, guys. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This conflict has been happening for 70 odd years. What do you want the people of Gaza and Palestine to do? Just die quietly? I actually think there's an ethnic cleansing going on right now. I think this is what. Wa alaikum salam. Brother, feel free to jump on. Brother Zaki, it'd be awesome. Brother Abdullah, it'd be awesome to get you on. The link is in the chat. I'm really emotionally controlling myself because I just find it, the hypocrisy, the double standards, is of the West, and wow, you know what really upset me, guys, is that this article about the massacre of these babies, Israeli babies being beheaded and so forth, and it turned out, and I knew when it came out from the American media that it was bullcrap, it was a lie, it was just to make out Hamas and this type of argument, link it with ISIS or link it with Al-Qaeda, so the people don't feel sorry for the people of Palestine. Exactly. And this is what annoys me, is that, you know, people, if they are being put into a prison and there's no water, there's no electricity, there's no food, and it's been happening for 70 plus years, brothers and sisters. It's not just happened on the Saturday. This has happened over 70 years. And I'm 51, so it's happened before. This kicked off even before I was born. The Palestinians, the land of Gaza is shrinking, and the settlements are being built by the Israelis. What do you want them to do? What would you do, brothers? Mr. Adiyan, student of the Sunnah, the Freak, 187, Ras Palmer, Brother Zaki. What would you do if somebody just kicked you out your house? Kicked you out your house. Your house that you built with your own hands. Are you going to say, okay, fine, you can have it? Are you not going to fight back? Are you not eligible to fight back? Are you not eligible to say something? Or are you just supposed to just pack your bags and walk off into the sunset? Of course you're going to fight. It's your haq to fight. Your children are being massacred. Your electric has been cut off. Your gas, your fuel, there's no electric anymore. There's no food coming. Already, it was an open prison for 70 plus years. What do you want them to do? What do you want the Palestinians to do? What do you want the people of Gaza to do? What? Just die quietly? Or do you want them... basically, I actually think what they want them to do is a mass exodus. That's what they want them to do. Get the Palestinians to leave Gaza. I think they want them to leave Gaza, and a massive exodus will take out, and a corridor will be open for them, and then basically that land will be controlled by by Israel. It's really hurtful. And then you have these Christians quoting the Old Testament, saying that this land belongs to the Israelis. It's their land. And they use the Old Testament to justify the massacre of these women and children. Oh. Like, guys, the link is in the chat. Feel free to come on. Feel free to come on, guys. Yeah, but I also noticed that within Israel there is conflict. You know, there is conflict. Don't think that, you know, they're all united in the same goal. It's a right-wing government. Many months ago, many months ago, the other countries were speaking out against this right-wing government in Israel. The media was speaking out that it's a right-wing government that has been installed in Israel. And now look at them now. Look at, you know what really annoyed me watching these so-called Joe Biden and this American government telling the world you can't get involved in this conflict. It's telling you, the people of around the world, that you can't get involved in this conflict. But what does America do? They are involved in the conflict. They're sending weapons and money to Israel. Subhanallah. My heart, when I watch these, the hypocrisy of these governments is shocking. And the only reason I'm doing this on my own channel, just in case I get like a strike on my channel, or I might get blocked or something. So I've just got to be careful how I come across. So brothers and sisters, hey brother, I've put the link in the chat. Wa alaikum salam. Feel free to comment, my brother. And this is what annoys me, is they're using these quotes from the Bible, Old Testament. And how dare you say the Muslims are violent? How dare you say the Muslims want to massacre people? It's not in our scripture. It's in your scripture. How dare you say that this is justified? The killing of women and children is justified. And they want to use the Old Testament to say it's justified. How dare you say that? How dare you justify the killing and the massacring of children and women? Are these children part of Hamas? Are these 2-year-olds, 1-year-olds, these little kids, beautiful babies who are being massacred, are these part of Hamas? Have they got a membership to Hamas? Whoa. Assalamu alaikum, brother. I'm really happy you came on. My blood's boiling.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you? Are you well?
Brother, I'm not well. I'll be honest with you, brother. After seeing these images and the media and how they're portraying, brother, I'm trying to control myself. I really am. As a Muslim who loves the Ummah, I'm trying to control myself.
Absolutely. I understand exactly where you're coming from.
Go ahead, brother. Feel free to talk, brother.
No. I understand exactly where you're coming from. And I think me and you had this conversation 2 days ago. And we were both quite upset and quite angry and wanted to say a lot of things. And I think we held ourselves back. And I think today, whatever you've done, alhamdulillah, I'm very happy that you have. Because at least I can join you, alhamdulillah, and I'm very happy. Because whatever's going on right now is total mental manipulation and propaganda. And this is the shame part about it all. It is complete propaganda. It is lies. And this has been pre-staged and pre-planned. I can guarantee you this with over 100% that this has been pre-planned and this has been, orchestrated in such a way where they knew what they wanted. They knew exactly how they were going to do it. And it gave them a reason to go and bombard Gaza because they want to clear Gaza out. That's exactly what they want. This is the aim. This is their aim, always has been their aim. And this is the last stronghold of Palestine. And this is why they're doing what they're doing. And they made this plan a while ago. And this is why they're doing what they're doing. Even if you watch some of the videos and the footage you see of what the news is showing you, it's lies, absolute lies. Even with regards to the 40 babies that they found, where's the pictures? Where's the videos? Where are they? If you've got really something to prove it. And the
Yeah,
part,
let me jump in there, brother.
yes, please, please,
This
please,
story actually was investigated. Okay, the reporter said the reporter who reported it initially, Israeli reporter, she said a
yes,
soldier told her that they came across a building where they found 40 babies beheaded. Then somebody asked the reporter, chased the soldier up, found out the soldier wasn't a soldier. He was a right-wing settler who actually moved into that area, and he made a lie. It was a total pack of lies. It was just
yes,
bullcrap, basically. And the media
absolutely.
ran, brother. I'm sorry. I'm really hyper right now. Please forgive me.
Go for it.
Is
It's
this like for
fine.
the last
No,
couple
no.
of days they ran with this story? What they are trying to do here, the media, and is that they're trying to say the Palestinians are Hamas. They are basically equals ISIS and Al Qaeda. But in reality,
Yes.
ISIS and Al Qaeda are totally different people. Brother, let me ask you, brother. I'm going to come into your house. I'm going to kick you out your house. I'm going to take your belongings. And are you gonna expect just to walk out quiet? You are justified, brother. You are justified to defend yourself. You're justified to attack
Absolutely.
me. You are justified to say, listen,
Absolutely.
you can't do this. And then I'm gonna put, okay, I'm not, instead of doing that to you, I'm gonna put you into the back of the garden, make a little cage for you, a little kennel, and
Yes.
say, okay, for the next 50, 70 years, your children are gonna live in that little kennel. Are you not
Absolutely.
gonna make a plan to fight and say, oh, I need to get out this
Of
little
course you are.
cage? You're
Of course
fully
you are. Of
entitled,
course you
brother.
are. Absolutely.
I'm gonna dictate to
No.
you how much electricity you have,
Absolutely.
how much clean water you have, how much food you have. What right have I got? For 70
No,
years,
not no.
people think that this has happened only on Saturday. No, this has happened for the last 70
No.
years.
Absolutely. And further behind before that as well. It's been starting before then. And now it's just a shame that the manipulation has gotten to such a stage that even the media are pushing the narrative all across the entire globe. And it's a one word narrative all the way through, which is Hamas, killers, Palestinians, and they're all terrorists. But what the Zionists have been doing for years cannot be seen. I'm sorry. You know what? I watched a clip this morning of an ex-Israeli soldier who basically came to his right mind because he saw what was going on. He understood what was going on, and he pulled away from the entire Zionist state. He's had death threats, but he's come out there and told the truth and turned around and said, no, I'm sorry. This is absolutely wrong, because the children in their schools are taught that the Arabs are killers and they're going to kill the Jews. And this is the indoctrination that it all starts from the school, and then it goes into the media, and the indoctrination just continues and continues and continues. And people of the world just assume, but not one of them is willing to go out there to get knowledge, to find the truth of to what's going on. I'm sorry, people, but you know what? You need to start opening your eyes, because when you are indoctrinated and you are manipulated, and the day takes place that you cannot turn around and say something to your government, then don't come complaining to anybody else's door. It's your fault. It's your own fault for closing your minds, your ears, and your eyes. If you close yourself up and say that it's nothing to do with me and I've got nothing to do with it, the day this problem comes to your door, then you have no right to complain. Open your mouths today. Open your eyes today. Open your ears and listen to what's going on. Don't listen to propaganda. This is psychological warfare that they're playing with you, showing you that there was killings at a concert. Where were the killings? You've seen videos showing how they made these videos. With the woman who was interviewed, she was in the video. clearly showing her face. This is how they manipulate the world and get them on their side. It's exactly the same as what they did on 9/11. This is now on a bigger scale. This is now taking humanity to another level and disrespecting humanity. And I am very sorry, but this is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. And it will not be accepted by anybody. And if there's anybody out there that does not feel in their heart the shit that's going on right now with the Palestinians, then you have no right to complain ever in your life, in your future. Even if shit happens to you, you can't complain. You have no right. Don't just look at what's happening on the Israeli side. They're fighting back. Palestinians are fighting back. After 70 years of oppression and being forced into one corner, into a shithole of a piece of land that they've been given, and they're controlled by the Israelis, Zionists. I will not use the word Jews because they're not Jews. I will not, brother. These are Zionists. These people are people that are psychos. They have had their plans in place for years, and this is why it will continue. This is where people need to wake up. They need to open their eyes and minds to what's going on.
Subhanallah.
Totally unacceptable.
Well said. Well said. What annoys me is that, terrorism, they say that it's a terrorist attack. But in 1946, these so-called Zionists, they actually bombed a British embassy and killed so many members of parliament and ministers and stuff. That was an act of terrorism. The only reason they did that is because they wanted to make some type of solution in Palestine and give some land and right for the Palestinians to live in the land of Palestine. And I really don't want to sound too emotional, but I do agree with you that I actually think this was a setup. I think, how come this £1 billion fortress was penetrated by people by quad bikes, and how come the border wasn't alarm system never went off? There was something not right about it. Also, there's a narrative that a lot of the people died from crossfire, meaning the IDF turned up eventually, and the Hamas fighters turned up, and a lot of people died in crossfire. There's a narrative also with that one. Then they say, this narrative. What really makes my blood boil, brothers and sisters, is when somebody comes onto a media outlet, to speak on the behalf of the Palestinians. The first thing they are asked by this reporter, do you condone the attacks of Hamas? That's the first thing. And I'm like, what do you want about that? What kind of question is this?
I think that was the Palestinian ambassador.
Every time everybody gets the question asked, do you condone this act? I'm like,
yes,
brothers and sisters, this conflict did not start on the Saturday morning. It's been happening for many years. What do you want where do you want the Gaza people to go, brother? Where do you want the Palestinians to go? Where? The borders are closed. There was one border they actually opened to get into Egypt, and then it got bombed by the Israeli artillery, and people lost their lives. Where do you want them to go, brother? There's no electric, no gas, no water. They've been in poverty for the last 50 odd years, and now it's going to get worse. And it's a war crime. When it came to Ukraine, the UN was saying to Russia, you cannot stop water, you cannot stop food, you cannot stop electricity. It's a war crime. They said that in 2022, I think it was. The UN made it clear to the Russians, you cannot do that. Where are they now when it comes to the people of Gaza?
Absolutely.
And then America are saying, no country is allowed to get involved. in this conflict. They are involved. They're sending weapons right now, brother.
Absolutely. Of
What's
course they are.
well, oh, brother? I'm sometimes
What I
I kind
can't
of like,
understand, no, what I can't understand is how the people of the UK and America are allowing their hard-earned tax money
yeah,
to be used and abused in a way where it is now sent for war that is wrong. Everybody, you know what? I can tell you right now categorically, everybody in their right mind knows that it's wrong, but they're scared to utter it. They're scared to say it. What you scared of? Losing your life? Losing your worldly goods? Your house, your job, your car? You scared of losing this dunya? Don't be scared of losing this dunya because you don't own it. Allah
absolutely.
owns everything. You open your heart and your mind where it needs to open and watch how Allah will protect you in every way. Nobody has the power to overcome God's power. Nobody. And if you're in your right mind and you know what the truth is, utter it. Don't keep it inside you. Open your mouth. If you're not going to open your mouth today, when you really need to open your mouth, it'll be too late. Because you'll be in a situation yourself where you need help and there'll be nobody there to help you. Don't put yourself in that situation. People of the world, whoever is watching this program right now, listen. And if you know the truth, tell the truth. Don't lie. So wake up. Everybody needs to wake up to the truth. You know the truth. Speak it.
Yeah,
Don't hold
absolutely,
back.
brother. Absolutely, Habibi. You're 100%. You know, I think for those brothers and sisters or humanity who've kind of like their heads are in the sand and they think that is not going to happen to them, believe me, it will happen to you. And
Of course
when
it
you
will.
have to speak up, no one will listen to you. No, because you never spoke up when those people needed your voice. They need your voice, and they need for you to be aware what's happening to them. And it's not like I said. I'm not going to mention the news outlets. You know who they are, how they
Yes, absolutely.
portray, how they portray the Palestinians and these and the people in Gaza, as all of them as Hamas members. They're not. They're not. They just, brother. It breaks my. It really
They're
breaks my, because
innocent civilians.
we've got children, and if you don't
Absolutely.
feel some type of hurt in your heart when you see a father saying goodbye to his daughter, you know what I mean? Or, brother, I'll do it. You carry on, bro. But you know, I've got young children, brother, and the
Absolutely.
father has to say goodbye to his 2 3 year old daughter who's got a hole in the head, and and the women and children who are crying for their parents and so forth. If you can't, if you've got no heart and you don't shed a tear or for a moment think what's happening to them, you know, we're hearing the narrative about the Israelis. What about the narrative for the Palestinians and the people in Gaza? Who is speaking out for them? You know,
Can I
and
put us in a
go on,
scenario, brother?
go ahead,
Can
brother,
I put us in a scenario? With
go ahead.
whatever you've just said right now, if you had a person from the opposite side, let's say for example now, I've come to you from the opposite side. This is exactly how they will answer you back. So are you telling me what Hamas did over the weekend was right? Are you telling me that it was okay for Hamas to kill these innocent people? Now, this is where your problem starts. People who think like that, they only think to the tip of their nose. They don't think with a wider angle. That's where the problem lies. They listen to the narrative, and that's all that gets stuck into their brains. Is that Hamas started this, Hamas started this. No, they didn't. Hamas wasn't around when the Palestinians were being oppressed in the initial stages of when their land was taken off them. Where was Hamas then? Wasn't anywhere to be seen. And the worst case scenario, Hamas was created by the US and Israel. Why? As an opposition party to Yasser Arafat, to the PLO. This is why Hamas was created. Now you tell me, people of the world, yes, just like ISIS was created, just like Al-Qaeda was created by the CIA and the Israel, because it uses these names as a scapegoat, which gives you the narrative to listen to and which gives them the reason to bombard. So when are you people gonna wake up? When are you gonna wake up? Start going out there and getting the knowledge before you start talking and mentioning Hamas, Hamas, Hamas. Put it all aside. Go bury your heads into knowledge. Go and gain knowledge. Then talk. If you don't have knowledge, don't bother talking, rather stay quiet. Because all you're going to do is push yourself into a gutter because you're wrong. You'll have many people against you because they know the truth. They know exactly what's going on because it's been going on for years. And this is the part that they forget to realize, that this doesn't, like you said earlier, this didn't just start today. It started years ago, many years ago. And you need to understand, people, this area of Palestine was a beautiful country where Jews, Christians, and Muslims resided side by side. Yes, in harmony, until all this rubbish started. So now, why do you have the Orthodox Jews of the world standing side by side with Palestinians? Think about it, people. Think about it. Why are they against the Zionist state? Does it not make sense to you? They're Jews.
Just, one second,
You know?
brother.
No, it's okay, brother. I know. I understand.
You know, I'm just trying to get the
It's quite
map
a dis-
I'm trying to get the map of Gaza over the couple of years, and so people can see how much it's shrunk. And
Yes, very much so.
I'm trying to find it. I do apologize.
No, not at all.
Bear with
As
me,
it's
brothers.
been bombarded, it has been shrunk. It's exactly what's been taking place. If we can't sit here today
Okay.
and argue with regards to this, then who are we? Are we righteous people? Put Islam aside, put Muslims aside, put every religion aside. We're talking about humanity.
I don't know if you can see that, my beautiful brother. Okay.
Yes, I can, yeah.
Okay, you can see. Let me make it bigger. Bear with me. I do apologize for this, guys. This is
No.
okay. You can see here the human cost. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. Let me make it a bit bigger.
Yes, I can, yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Between 2008 and 2021, at least 5,739 Palestinians and 251 Israelis were killed. That's according to the United Nations.
Statistics, yes.
Yes, statistics were injured. Okay, and then being injured, you got over 121,438 Palestinians injured, and over just under 6,000 Israelis were injured in that same period. Let me get rid of this. I hate these adverts that pop up. Those are killed. Okay, look at this. Like, of those killed on the Palestinian side, at least 1,255, which is 22%, were children. Subhanallah.
Now,
And 565,
isn't
which
that
is 10%,
barbaric?
were women.
Isn't that barbaric, brother? Isn't that barbaric? Why isn't the media mentioning this and calling the oppressors terrorists? Because that's killing women and children. What did they do wrong to you? That's barbarism. So people, open your eyes and open your minds to what the reality is. Go and get the statistics for yourself. It's all there, just the way this brother is showing you on the screen.
Look at this here
It's
in 2014. Look at that line there. This is the death of Palestinians in 2004. So this is what annoys me, my beautiful brother Abi, is that people don't understand that they think this happened on the 10th of October in 2008
yes,
here. 2008. This has been recording of the deaths of the Palestinians, and then the opposite side you got the death of Israelis killed. And innocent killing
yes.
of innocent people on either side is wrong. I'm going to say that clearly. That killing
No,
innocent
absolutely.
people
You are
is wrong.
absolutely right. Taking innocent lives or for any reason whatsoever is against our religion, first of all, brother. You know that. So we're totally against it. We're not here.
Oh my God.
And people who are listening, you need to understand, we are not inciting any fighting or any aggression. We are upset, we are angry because people of this world are so stuck in their minds that the Muslims are bad, the Muslims are wrong, the Muslims are terrorists. We're not. I'm Muslim, brother Muhammad Muslim. What have we done? It doesn't make anybody a terrorist. And if you understand the history of this land and how the UK gave the rights to Israel, and that piece of land that was given to them initially, and they forced themselves upon the Palestinians and kept on taking and taking and taking and taking. In the initial stages when this was taking place, there was video recordings and there was a full-on documentary done by a white Christian male man from the UK who went to Palestine, and took a complete video of how these Zionists took over homes in the middle of the night, dragged families out of their houses,
Yeah.
and they would bring bulldozers with them, and they would bulldoze the house down. There's a lot of youngsters who are watching today, who are in this world, that don't even remember these things because they weren't even born. But out to you guys, go and gain knowledge. The knowledge is all there for you to take. Don't listen to the narrative on the news. Don't listen to the narrative. It's a lie. They're manipulating you mentally so that you can take their side, which gives them the right to bombard. That's what they're looking for, is public support, so that you can turn around and say, no, this is wrong. How could you do that? No, it's rubbish. What they've been doing for years is far beyond what you see today. Far beyond. So open your eyes, people. I'm going to continue saying it. Open your eyes, open your minds, and open your hearts and ears. Open them all. Don't close them off, because you know what the truth is. What you need to do is seek knowledge and then speak. Don't just blurt out stuff because you feel like it. We're feeling really upset right now, more than upset actually, but we're not blurting things out. We're giving you knowledge. We may sound upset because we are, but we're giving you knowledge to understand so that you may see and seek more knowledge and information as to what's going on today and what's been going on for the past 70 years with the people of Palestine. And I want to say one more thing, brother. When the bombardment, or supposedly when Hamas started attacking Israel, you saw the Israelis fleeing to the airports and running away from their land. Yes? If it's your land, why aren't you fighting for it? Why are you running away? But you'll see, because the Palestinians know that this is their land, they will never run away. They will die, and they will die and die and die over and over and over again, but they'll never give up. Why? Because they know who they are and who this land belongs to. And remember, people, it was the Muslims who protected the Christians and the Jews on this same land, because the Jews felt safe under Muslim rule and protection. This is why the Orthodox Jews of today, the real Jews of today, are on the side of the Palestinians, not on the side of the Zionists. So people think, because the Orthodox Jews are the ones who recite and learn the Torah on a daily basis, not like the Zionist Jews who make their rules as they go along, because that's what they're good for. So think, people, think very carefully before you utter words from your mouths as to who's who. Please think.
Well said, brother. I've just put the map here of from 1917 and all the way to 2020. Brothers and sisters, as you can see here, the green area was the original part of the Palestinian land. This, as you can see. Wow, look at this now, 1948. It's shrunk. It's shrunk. 1967 is even shrinking. 1998, look at it now. And this is 2020, brothers and sisters. Are you, if you can't see, if you think this conflict started on the Saturday, no, it didn't. Look at it. If this is your land, if this is your house, are you not going to fight back? And what Brother Abi said there was very important. If it was the Palestinians being attacked, the children, they will stand there and they'll pick up stones and throw stones at them. They will not run away. They will not run away because they know it's their land. They are willing to give their blood, their life. They'll be willing to sacrifice themselves to defend their land. What Brother Abi said, why they ran away? Because they know it's not their land. Why should I defend it? It's not my land. I don't care. But if they were the Palestinian children, they will stand there and they'll pick up stones and they'll throw stones at the people with the guns and the M16s and the tanks and the artillery. They will stand and fight. And we've seen that so many times where you got young children who are willing to stand and fight with their bare hands.
They're the ones who are called terrorists.
And they are called terrorists. You know what upsets me, my brother? And it really upsets me. Let's make it into an equal fight. Make it an equal fight. One is fighting with their hands and feet, and one group is fighting with their hands tied behind their back. Why do you untie their hands? Give them the same weapons as the other party has got. Let's make it a fair fight.
Absolutely.
Let's make it a fair fight. Make it a fair fight. Let them fight with the same weapons that the other party has got. And tie their hands. Believe me, Brother Abi, I know for a fact that the Palestinians and the people in Gaza, if they had the same weapons as the other party had, brother, their iman is too high. Their faith is too strong.
Way beyond.
Way beyond.
Way beyond your belief, brother.
This is what I'm saying.
Way beyond.
This is what I'm saying right now. That if it comes to a ground war, which is going to be fought in hand-to-hand combat, the IDF have got no chance of winning.
They've got no chance at all.
Their hearts will break straight away. We've seen that in previous conflicts when it comes to Iraq, and this is why they use aeroplanes all the time. This is why they were using drones and missiles. Because as soon as you put boots on the ground and body bags they're finished.
Body bags finished because they can't fight on the ground.
No,
they're rubbish.
They haven't got the balls, brother. I'm sorry for using the language. They haven't got
No,
the
but you're
balls
right.
and
They
they
don't.
haven't got the
They
guts to
don't.
do it.
It's an absolute fact. They don't. They don't have it. They can't fight on the ground. You know?
But it
And this
just,
is the problem. No, 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 no.
oh, brother,
It's totally
I'm
unacceptable.
trying to control myself because I am, after speaking to you the last couple of days ago and then watching some of the media outlets and how they are
Yes.
reporting, everything is one-sided. Uh, Guys, here's the link. Feel free to come on. And Brother Akil, anybody else wants to come on, the freak, feel free to come on and share your thoughts on this. But you can see the conflict, how long it's been going on since 1948, brothers. It says here 530 villages have been
Absolutely.
destroyed. Wow,
Absolutely.
man, imagine if this is you. Imagine if this is your family that is being evicted and massacred and told that you must leave this area. How will anybody with a
The
right
part that I
mind?
don't understand though, brother, you know, the biggest part that I don't understand is how these presidents and prime ministers of these Western countries have the right to speak on behalf of the people and have the right to hand over finances and arms on behalf of the people. So people, is this what you want? Do you want people like this speaking on your behalf and sending your money in the wrong direction? Israel's not a charity. The charities that you give money to Israel. There's a lot of things that the people of this world do not realize and do not know what's going on in the background. You really need to look into things, people. You really do. Open your eyes and minds.
This is a very interesting fact here, brothers and sisters. Here, Palestinian citizens of Israel. There are around 1.6 Palestinians, with Israeli citizenship, living in the present day Israel, and we know for a fact, and we've heard that these are classified as second-class citizens, apartheid. These Palestinians are looked down upon. They are worthless. You know, and it says here these Palestinians are descendants of those who managed to remain in their towns and villages during the creation of the state of Israel in 1948.
8. Yep. Absolutely.
Guys, this is not, I'm not saying this is history. People think, like I said, that this conflict has started a couple of days ago. This is the mentality that we've got. And this is
Yes.
unfortunately because we've sunk our heads in the sand and we are not aware, or we don't want to read the books of history or do any research or just listen to what certain news outlets are telling us, that, you know, this conflict is, you know, since Hamas attacked on the Saturday. No, it's happening for many years, many years. And I do hope and I do pray that there is some type of peace. But I can't see it. I really can't see it. It's gone too far now. It's going to go
We all
either way.
hope that. We all hope that. We all hope that it stops and basically something good comes out of it. But you know, looking at it and the way that it's structured, it's very unlikely to happen and take place.
It's heartbreaking.
This fighting will never stop. It is very much heartbreaking. You know, very much heartbreaking. And it's a reality, though. You know, at the end of the day, it's happening in our day and age. It's happening right now. As we are sitting here talking and breathing, deaths are taking place.
Brother,
You know?
you know what annoys me, Abby, is that being Muslims, if we don't wake up now, I'm talking to the Muslim audience. If we
Yes.
don't wake up now, you're never going to wake up. You're
Absolutely
never going to
correct.
wake up. If you are fooled by this dunya, that you think our life and everything is about this dunya, and we forget about
Yeah.
our brother. Yeah, it's not happening to me. It's not happening on my doorstep. Yeah, yeah. It's, you know, it's happening to those people over there. Yeah, you know, I make a little dua for them. You know, I'll think about them later on, or what. Brother, if you think this is not aimed at you, believe me, it's aimed at you. All the media is
Yes.
pumped up to be aimed at the Muslims. You're going to be
Then they've lost
labeled.
it.
Brothers, you know, Abi, you know, we are in this age category where we've seen how history plays out. We've seen the full circle
Absolutely.
happen.
Absolutely.
And we have
We're
to
both of a
realize.
similar age, so we've seen probably exactly the same.
Absolutely. Absolutely, brother.
know?
I don't know if you can see this map. Can you see the map on your phone?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
So let me. So in 1948 here, this map here, it says here that over 750,000 Palestinians were expelled by the Zionist military.
Totally displaced. Totally displaced. Yeah.
And then 1967, over 300,000 Palestinians were expelled from their homes in 1967. So maybe, brothers and sisters, I'm just putting this out. So maybe the ones who were attacked on the Saturday maybe were the grandchildren of these people who were evicted, thinking we want our houses back.
Absolutely.
Maybe
Absolutely.
we want our
Absolutely.
land back now. Maybe it's their grandchildren or their children have said enough's enough. I want to go home now. And then
Yep.
maybe somebody just gave me some money so I can buy a weapon to go out and get my land back. I'm not saying. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying it could be.
No, absolutely.
It could be.
And these children have probably grown up with a different mentality to their grandparents, Brother Muhammad.
Yeah.
They're probably thinking, right, you know what? This is what happened to my parents and my grandparents. I'm not going to let it happen to me or my era. You know? So, and if that does take place, who are you going to blame? Hamas? You can't blame Hamas for people changing their mindset. You have to blame the oppressors. There is nobody else for you to blame other than the oppressors. That's it. They are the ones who have caused this major mind shift amongst the children of today. Why? Because this is what's taking place. This is what's been happening for years. How much more crap is somebody going to take? No, enough is enough. And that's why things will erupt. If you think that by bullying a child in school is nice and it's good, and you feel happy about bullying somebody, but that same child, when he grows up or she grows up, the one who was bullied, and then comes back to you, hitting you with a 10-ton brick, who are you going to blame? Yourself or her or him? You can't. There's only one person to blame. It's yourself. Because you are the bully. And what you're getting today is a slap on your face. Simple.
You know, my beautiful brother, it really hurts me when we see the images of neighborhoods being totally demolished. You know, we see these images of these buildings, and at one time there were people's houses, apartments, businesses,
Yes, very much.
whatever. And underneath that rubble, brothers and sisters, there are going to be innocent people. There's no fire service there.
Very much.
Okay? There's no search and rescue there at all. There are people who are bystanders or people of the community going physically themselves and trying to rescue people from the rubble. And they're finding relatives, sons, daughters, mothers, fathers, grandfathers,
Absolutely.
grandmothers being buried alive in that rubble. Where is their aid? Where is America? All these other countries sending so-called arms to help the other side. Where is their aid?
Yes.
Who's helping them?
Absolutely.
Who's helping the
Who's being fair?
Palestinians and the people? Where?
Yes.
What I say, brother, and I'm going to repeat it again. I say,
Please do so.
let's make it into a fair fight. Make it into a fair fight. Okay, if the one side is using their feet and their knuckles to hit the other side, let the other side do the same. But I know for
Let's
a fact,
see who comes out on top.
I know for a fact,
won't.
brothers and sisters, the people in Palestine, the people in Gaza, they will win. They will win.
Hands
You know
down.
why? Because they've got
Hands
the
down.
heart for it. They know it's their land. They know that, listen, this is my iman, this is my faith to defend my land. And they will defend it to the last person. No, but you ain't going to see them run like the IDF soldiers. They haven't got the guts for it. I know they haven't got the guts
I'm
for it.
smiling. I'm smiling, brother, because you're saying they're not going to run. And that's the beauty of it, that they will never run. That's why I'm smiling, because their heart is so pure. Their heart is so strong that they're going through hell already. They are. They're going through hell. So what's a double hell for them? Nothing. They'll go through it again and again and again. They will never give up.
Hey, look at this one. Gaza
You know what we
medics
should
saying,
do?
Brother, let me
Yeah.
just interrupt. Gaza medics say
Yes, yes,
Israel
please.
targeting ambulances and health facilities. You got to understand now, brothers, due to the fact that there's no electric in the hospitals, so all the machines are going to shut down. All the critical care all the intensive care units are done. There's no care now. There's no electric no more. You know, this is war crime. Where is the United Nations? Where's NATO? Where is everybody saying stop this? You can't. And live on media, live on air, you're saying that I'm going to stop electric, I'm going to stop the water, I'm going to stop the food, I'm going to basically wipe out all of Gaza, the Palestinians. And
Yes.
nobody's saying anything, that this is not a war crime.
Absolutely.
But when it came
Absolutely.
to Ukraine, oh no, Russia, this is war crimes. We're going to take you to the Hague. We're going to do this. Where's the? Oh, brother, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Clearly,
Yeah,
clearly,
brother.
clearly,
It's just-
clearly.
It's just shocking. It is, you know,
It is shocking.
It's just It is.
You know, the other thing that shocks me, brother, you know, the other thing that shocks me is, where are all our Muslim countries now? Eh?
Brother, I know.
Where are they?
Okay, let me give you give you some positive. I know there was some agreement made a couple of months ago with King Salman and the Israeli government, and people
Yes.
really spoke out really negatively towards King Salman and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I know for a fact, after watching the news yesterday, that phone calls have been made to Israel, and whatever they agreed is being undone now. Saudi Arabia has said, we've got nothing to do with you no more.
Yeah.
We will
Jordan has
conti-
done the same thing.
Yeah, we will continue to support our brothers and sisters in Palestine. You need to stop this war and come to some agreement. And whatever was made, I know I've been watching the news. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia made statements saying that the agreement is being done. You know what reminds me of this, brother? You know what this agreement and this breaking of the treaty reminds me of? Of what the Jewish tribes did to the Prophet ﷺ in Banu, I forgot the tribe that did treason against the companions and the army of the Prophet ﷺ, saying that we'll defend you on this particular battle, and they broke their promise. And it reminds me of that.
I remember that. Yes, I do remember it. I totally understand where you're coming from. Do you know what we should do, brother? I was going to make a suggestion to you. It's a suggestion that I made on TikTok as well, on social media. I think we should actually open this forum up to many other people to come on board. and to discuss this matter openly, but in respect, no aggression, no swearing, no nothing, just pure dialogue, so that people can start understanding and learning as to what is really going on out there. Because people watch the media. You know who controls the media. I know who controls the media. This is why the narratives are always the same, all across the entire media. They're all the same, worldwide. They're all the same. And this is why the reality never, ever gets brought forward. Never. It's only small little social media like me, you, and many others who try to come out there with the actual truth. Even today, people, you know, we're talking. Something could happen to us tomorrow. You know?
Brother, believe me, I was warned. I was warned.
Yeah. Yeah, I've also been warned. But I'm not scared, brother. And I'm not going to fear it. I'm sorry. If we can't tell the truth, and this is all I can say to all of humanity, that if you can't speak the truth and know what is right and wrong, then you have lost all fear in Allah. Because your fear is only for the dunya. Your fear is no longer with Allah. And I'm sorry, I have never looked to dunya, and I will never ever fear losing everything in my life. That includes my life. That is on the path of Allah. Subhanallah. I am not scared, and I will not be scared of anybody who ever comes to threaten me. I will stand there like a wall, and you can do what you want. And I say this very clearly. So it doesn't matter for me. I'll lose everything, brother. I'm not scared.
You know,
because there's only one place that I'm going to go to.
Exactly.
That's to Allah. Finish.
Exactly. I'm just trying to catch up with some of the news and stuff. And
no, that's fine.
Egypt says Israel seeks to empty Gaza. It rejects corridors. Okay, Egypt are trying to. What's this? Egypt says Israel seeks to empty Gaza. 100%. This is what they're trying to do. Ethnic cleansing. This is ethnic cleansing in real time.
Absolutely.
In real time.
Yep.
And
it's been done in front of everybody's eyes, and nobody's saying a word. Hey.
Okay, Cairo says it will allow aid to be delivered through its border to Gaza after closing it to civilians fleeing the war. Egypt plans. You know what, brother? I really think what you said initially is this is what they want. They want to cleanse the area of the people from Gaza and Palestine, and they want to take over. No doubt about it. I can see this is what's going to happen. But
they want the whole coast to the sea. Because they don't want the narrative to be Palestine is from the land to the sea.
Yeah.
They want to be known as Israel from the land to the sea. But it never was, and it never will be. You know, and to be honest with you, people can swear at me and say whatever they want. But people, I've learned, I've gained knowledge, I understand the system, I understand what's going on. You probably don't. Because my heart, my mind, my eyes and ears are open. So I'm going to say the same thing again to everybody. Before you utter a word, go and get knowledge. Go and seek information from the truth, and then utter words from your mouth. Otherwise, rather stay quiet.
Let me just share this picture, guys, with you right now. If I can get it. Oops, let me just 1 second, guys. Oops, stop sharing. That's the wrong one.
Brother, I'm going to have to love you and leave you shortly.
Yeah, I'm going to leave now anyway, inshallah. I've got to pray.
Okay.
So these are some of the images of the airstrikes in Gaza.
Yes.
Now, think about this, guys. There's no electric. There's no going to be no warning. No nothing. Uh, there's women and children buried alive, probably underneath this rubble, and we have to keep our supplications and du'as for the people of Gaza and the people of Palestine,
Absolutely.
and may Allah make it easy for them. And I'm really
Ameen.
tempted to
Inshallah
do
ta'ala.
another stream on the weekend and make it a bit more.
No, we must, brother. We must.
have
Please
to.
do so.
We have to.
Please do so, and I'll join you again.
Inshallah.
Please.
Thank you, brother. Thank
Inshallah
you guys
ta'ala.
for watching. Babi, thank you so much. I know this was off
Jazakallah,
the
brother.
cuff.
Thank you.
It was
Doesn't matter.
done off. It wasn't planned.
worth
or
it.
nothing. Alhamdulillah. Thank you,
It's
brothers
worth
and
it.
sisters, for watching.
Jazakallah to
Alhamdulillah.
everybody.
Ameen wa
Thank
iyyak,
you.
brother. Thank you so
Inshallah
much.
ta'ala.
Inshallah.
Assalamu
Make it
alaikum,
easy.
brother.
Wa
Assalamu
alaikum
alaikum,
assalam
everybody.
wa rahmatullah wa
Salam.
barakatuh. Absolutely, brother. This is why I did the stream and advertised and stuff. And I hope that Allah makes it easy for the brothers and sisters in Palestine, in Gaza, and makes it, inshallah, a way out for them in this terrible time, as we can see. And brothers and sisters, please continue like and subscribe to the channel and share the streams, inshallah. And I'm planning to do another stream regarding the conflict, hopefully on the weekend, so look out for that. And please give me some feedback regarding the streams and what kind of content you would like. Finally, I just want to mention that I want a big shout out to brother Zishan from Smile to Jannah. I'll definitely tell you, brothers, right now to check out Smile to Jannah, his YouTube channel. He's doing some excellent content regarding the conflict in Palestine and in Gaza. So check out brother Zeshan from Smile to Jannah for his content on his YouTube channel. Once again, thank you for watching. I know it was short notice, it was unplanned, but nevertheless, alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you all, brothers. Okay, thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.